What if you had to leave the only home you loved and find a new one in the mountains? That's exactly what happened to 7-year-old Emily. She had a bouncy ponytail and wore her favorite pink heart t-shirt. She lived with her aunt, who sang silly songs and hugged her every night. But one day, Aunt got a job in the big city, too far and not safe for kids. Aunt decided Emily should live with grandfather in his quiet mountain cabin. Emily's heart felt heavy. She was excited for fresh air, but scared to leave. What would the mountains feel like? Aunt hugged Emily goodbye with tears. The twisty road climbed higher. Birds sang, clouds floated like cotton candy. At last, grandfather's cabin appeared, smoke curling from the chimney. Grandfather opened the door quietly. He was a little grumpy, but his eyes softened when he saw Emily. He made a soft attic bed with blankets and a window full of stars. That night, Emily wished on a shooting star for everyone to be happy. In the morning, a big furry surprise. Joseph, grandfather's loyal dog. He licked her face. Emily laughed and hugged him.
Come on, Joseph, let's get them!
Almost.
This is so much fun!
They were instant best friends. Emily ran outside with Joseph every day. She chased butterflies, smelled sweet wildflowers, and giggled at buzzing bees. Joseph's tail wagged like crazy. She helped grandfather carry wood and feed goats. The mountains were a giant playground. Green grass, blue sky, fresh air. Emily felt brave and free. One sunny afternoon, she met Peter, the boy who herded goats. He whistled happy tunes. When he saw Emily laughing, he smiled shyly. Emily waved big. They talked about goats and adventures. Soon, they were best mountain friends. Would summer stay perfect forever? All summer, Emily and Peter picked juicy berries, made flower crowns, raced down hills, and ate warm bread Emily baked. Joseph barked happily. Laughter rang through the mountains. But winter came with soft white snow. Peter went to school in the village. Emily missed him and felt lonely. Aunt came back and said Emily needed to go to the big city for school and new friends. Grandfather frowned. He loved having her, but he knew school was important. Emily hugged everyone tight. She was sad to leave the mountains, but excited too. Would the city ever feel like home? After a long train ride, Emily arrived in the noisy city. She met Clara, a kind girl who used a wheelchair.
Hi, Clara.
Aunts
Your
brought
room is
Emily
so
to be
pretty.
Clara's
Thanks.
special friend. They liked each other right away. Clara showed Emily her toys and pretty room. Emily made funny mistakes, like spilling juice, and Clara laughed hard. They became super close friends fast. But Emily missed mountain smells, Joseph's hugs, grandfather's smiles, and Peter's adventures. She kept a dried mountain flower from Peter in her pocket. She looked at it every night and felt sad inside. She didn't eat much anymore. Clara's family noticed Emily was quiet and not hungry. They talked and decided she needed to go back to the mountains where she belonged. Clara hugged her tight. "I'll visit you soon." Emily rushed home with a jumping heart. She stopped at Peter's house first and gave grandmother
Hi, I
a
have
sweet treat
for you
from Clara.
Oh, how wonderful. Thank you, dear.
You're welcome!
She ran to grandfather's cabin. Grandfather opened his arms wide. Emily jumped in for the biggest hug. Joseph barked and licked her face all over. Everyone smiled big. The cabin felt warm and cozy again. Emily was finally home. Weeks later, a happy letter came. Clara was coming to visit with her grandmother. Emily jumped with joy. She picked the brightest flowers and cleaned everything sparkly.
Grandma,
When Clara arrived, she loved the fresh mountain air and green
those
views
mountains.
right away.
Beautiful.
Emily introduced her to
this is my
Peter.
friend Clara.
Clara
Hi,
smiled
Peter.
sweetly,
Nice to meet
but
you.
Peter felt shy and a tiny bit jealous. He worried Emily liked her city friend more now. They played together, laughing, drinking goat milk and eating warm bread. Clara looked healthier already, but Peter's jealousy grew. He thought his special time with Emily was changing. What was Peter thinking deep inside? One quiet afternoon, when no one watched, Peter pushed Clara's wheelchair behind tall rocks to hide it. He hoped if no chair, Clara might go back to the city. His heart felt heavy. Next morning, Clara wanted fresh air. They searched everywhere but couldn't find the wheelchair. Clara felt scared without it. Emily held her hand tight. "We can practice walking together. You're brave." Every day, Emily helped Clara take small steps on soft grass. Her legs grew stronger bit by bit. Peter watched from far away and felt very sorry. Would he ever tell the truth? One bright morning, Clara stood up all by herself. She took wobbly steps, then more, and laughed with pure joy. "You helped me walk," she said, hugging Emily tight. Grandmother cried happy tears and thanked everyone. Peter couldn't hide anymore. He walked over slowly, tears in his eyes. "I hid the chair because I was jealous. I'm so sorry." Emily and Clara looked at Peter kindly. Friends make mistakes, but saying sorry fixes everything. They hugged him tight. Peter smiled with big relief. From that day, the three became even closer. They ran, giggled, and chased butterflies together. Clara walking short, happy steps now. Their laughter floated on the mountain wind like music. When Clara and grandmother said goodbye, they promised to come back next summer. Emily waved until they were tiny dots. She looked at grandfather, Joseph, and Peter with love. True friends forgive, help each other grow, and stay together forever. In the beautiful mountains, their happy adventure continued. Emily stayed a brave, kind, good girl forever. The cabin felt like the best home in the world. So, friends, Emily's mountain adventure taught us change can be scary, but home is where love is. Help your friends grow stronger. Forgive when someone says sorry. Be kind even when you feel jealous. True friends stay together no matter what. Listen to your family, be brave, and help others. That's what makes the best adventures. If you loved Emily's mountain adventure, mountain friends, Clara's brave steps, Peter's sorry hug, smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss the next story.
Would you help a friend walk or feel jealous like Peter?
Tell me in the comments. See you soon for more magical fairy tales and bedtime stories full of kindness, bravery, and happy endings. Sweet dreams. Bye-bye.